welcome to Putra Stadium here in Kuala Lumpur for finals day at the Maybank Malaysia Open, the third event on the 12 tournament MetLife BWF World Super Series. Not only the third event, but also the second of 5 premier events, an even higher tier of tournament within the Super Series. And of course, at the end of the year, there's the full list of all 12 tournaments. And at the end of the year, the Super Series finals. The destination will be Dubai once again for the top 8 players and pairs in each of the 5 disciplines. Well, as I say, it is a finals day today, all 5 finals for you this afternoon, and it will be a first Super Series title for one of these women's doubles pairs. Will it be the twin sisters from China or Chang and Jung from Korea? Then we'll have mixed doubles and a repeat of the Olympic final, Jung and Yun. Winners here in 2012, they're up against the defending champions, Chen and Ma Jin. Then men's singles, and a first time that China will take the men's singles here since the inception of the Super Series. We've got the world champion Chen Long against the Olympic champion Lin Dan. Then women's singles and a repeat of last year's World Championship final. The Olympic champion Li Shuirui of China up against the reigning world champion Carolina Marin of Spain. Then we'll finish with men's doubles and a repeat of the Asian Games final. The world number ones Lee Yongdae and Yu Young Sung up against the 2013 winners Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan. Well, with our first final being women's doubles, and some of the players not competing today here down at the stadium, good to see them too. We get a chance to look at the destination Dubai women's doubles. Now, of course, the twin sisters Ying and Yu, by virtue of the fact they're in the final, will consolidate their place. Apart from Wang and Yu at number 7, every other pair on that list lost in the first round or didn't compete here in Malaysia. That's a staggering statistic on the destination Dubai's. Anyway, to our first final, Liu Ying and Liu Yu of China up against the unseeded Chang Na and Kyung of Korea. So the players invited to make their way onto court. First of all, the number 3 seeds, their third Super Series tournament final today. Their previous 2, they've lost in the final. This, of course, is their second Super Series tournament final in as many weeks, because they were beaten finalists last week in Delhi at the India Super Series event. Their opponents, well, a new pair, Chang Na and Kyung, played 2 tournaments together in 2011, played in the All England Championships last month. They lost in the first round there. So as a combination, this is their first ever Super Series tournament final. So the players will be introduced to the fans here in the Putra Stadium. Trish Gubb of New Zealand, our umpire. Her first duty, the toss of the coin. So it looks to me as if the Koreans, the left and right-handed combination, are choosing to start the near side of the court as we look down. A bit difficult for me to explain that. Oh, there we are. So they'll start nearest to us. I think that's what was said. So the Chinese pair, well, what a good couple of weeks they've had. The number 3 seeds up 1 place in the world ranking this week. Liu Ying and Liu Yu. Obviously, both 24 years of age as their twin sisters. 11th week in total that they've been at their career high of 3. Their win-loss record for the year, well, they were quarter-finalists in the All England and beaten finalists, as I say, last week in India. Now, as far as their matches through to today's final, Well, they had a tough old battle in the first round against Jung and Kim So-young of Korea, and then beat the defending champions Bao Sin and Tang Jinhua very convincingly. Only 27 minutes for that. That was a big surprise. Quarterfinal against the number 6 seeds Poli and Maswari of Indonesia, and yesterday in the semi-final against their teammates went the full distance against U Dong-ni and Yu Xiao Han. Having dropped the first, came back strongly in the decider, 21-9. So to the Korean pair and the left-handed Jang Ye-na, 25 years of age, born in Seoul. Jung Kyung turned 25 last month. Their world ranking is totally unrealistic, of course, because they've only got one tournament, and that was the first round of the All England towards that world ranking. But you can see their win-loss records, losing in the All England first round, and the Korea win-loss records showing the 2 tournaments that they played from 2011. Now, they had a real battle in the very first round against the number 4 seeds, Oreika Kakiwa and Maiki Maeda. Hour and 17 minutes for that. And in the semi-final against 2-time former champion Tian Qing with her new partner, Xia Huang. If you were with us yesterday, you would have enjoyed that one. That was a good match. I enjoyed that very much indeed. Well, I'm Jill Clark, sitting alongside Ian Wright, as I have done all week, as we look at our court officials, Trish Gubb and Rahana de Silva from Sri Lanka. And Ian, I mean, we got quite excited yesterday about this new Korean pair, Jang Ye-na and Jung Kyung as a partnership. We hadn't really seen them before playing together. We'd watched them many occasions with different partners, but it was really quite exciting, wasn't it?
It was. They looked very well organised, considering it's only their second tournament together in this spell, and took great advantage. Got some lovely plays using the left and right hand combination, and they looked a really promising pair. And the pleasing thing for me, Jill, was how aggressive they were in their approach to the game, and tactically they were always looking for opportunities to take the attack and counter-attack on defence, and I thought it was it looks a really promising partnership.
Yes, I think the point you've just made, especially, I would say the look to counter-attack by the left-hander, Jang Ye-na, off the defensive shot. She was driving it, she was blocking across court. It was absolutely delightful, really good to watch, and creative player. She, of course, is a former World Championship silver medalist with
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Luo Yu, Luo Ying, China. And on my left, Chang Yi-na, Chang Hong-un, Korea. Luo Yu to serve to Chang Hong-un. Love all. Play.
So it will be a first Super Series title for one of these two pairs as a partnership.
One, love.
Only player on court to have won a Super Series title is Jung Kyung, having won the India Open of 2012 with Kim Ha-na. Yes, nice change of pace there, good interception.
1-all.
But Chang Ye-na, this lady we're looking at right now, this is her first ever Super Series women's doubles final. She's been in a mixed doubles final before, that was in 2011. Reached the final of the China Masters with Yu Young-sung. But when I was looking at the record books, Ian, I was quite surprised about that, considering she's been in a World Championship final. Never in a final of a women's doubles Super Series.
Oh, that's a surprising statistic. I mean, she's been playing at this sort of level for a long time now. But I don't think it will be her last, the way they've played this tournament.
Yeah. Now that's the sort of style we were applauding ourselves yesterday, the attacking play.
Yeah, really nice use of the left and right hand combination. Smash into the centre, into the channel. Left-hander stepping out onto the forehand side. Great finish.
Oh, well,
Service over.
great change of pace from Liu Yu. Now, in case you're wondering, with the identical twin sisters, how to identify them, Liu Ying is wearing the knee support on her left knee. Yeah.
And return the compliment there. This time, left-hander hitting into the channel, and it's the right-hander stepping out onto the forehand side to finish. Lovely combination play. That's good.
It is, especially when you look at Jung's movement initially. She went into the left-hand side of the court, almost to tempt opponents to try and lift it across court to her forehand side. Incidentally, Chang former women's doubles partner, Hae-won, won the mixed doubles at the Osaka International Challenger event earlier today, playing with Kyung. We were talking yesterday about whether she was playing. I understand, has been playing domestic events. She has had one or two injuries, but she's never been away from the badminton courts, playing domestically as she's been recovering from those injury problems, and it's good to hear she's back on the international scene. Oh, good defensive shot. That had disguise on it. Bit of topspin. Oh, I like that. Oh, it's just wide. That's a pity from Liu Ying.
Yeah, it's good though, stepping up after the defence. I like that from the Korean pair. Every time they're hitting a defensive shot, they're moving forward, showing aggressive intent. And to be fair, the Chinese pair are doing the same.
Yeah.
It's got the makings of a good match.
4 straight points. Well, the run comes to an end, but it was a good little run there by the Korean pair.
Yeah, but a good example of what we were talking about, Joe. Look at the Chinese player Ying here, stepping up and hitting the defensive shot, but moving up the court afterwards. I like to see that. It's good play.
Yeah, going for the acute angle in the end. Kyung.
7-5.
Almost a men's doubles rally, Jill.
Yeah.
Both pairs wanting to drive in defence, looking to step up the court. It's a good level.
Oh, that's amazing defence
Service
from
over.
Ying.
6,
Great
7.
reactions. Looking at her face, maybe she surprised herself as well. That's a super shot. Great reactions.
Oh, clever. Very, very clever. Both of the twin sisters looking at each other as if to say, weren't you going to go for that?
That was great. Lovely play.
Chang.
We've been talking about all these players trying to
Chang.
step up on defence, and the
Chang.
Korean pair have obviously noticed it.
Wait for the call, please.
Just held the shuttle, went over the top. Sure enough, both Chinese players stepping in. And great control of length as well, right on the back line.
Chinese coaches. Kyung with the hat on. And Ying. It's a who's who of former world and Olympic champions, isn't it, on the coaching bench for China during these Super Series tournaments.
Service over. 7, 8.
That's good play again from both sides. Both players trying to counter-attack and not using the lift too much in defence. It's a battle for the forecourt at the moment.
All.
Never been more than 2 points in it so far. In this women's doubles final, we thought it would be tight. Yeah. Both pairs, as you say,
Service over.
really looking for that counter-attack.
9, 8.
Lee Kwon-won.
Yeah, when the Koreans get the attack here, great persistence. Again, both moving forward. Very aggressive play.
I have to say it's good because when I think of Lee Kwon-won, the coach, I think of defensive sort of style of play. And I like the fact that she's obviously teaching her players a more aggressive style.
Absolutely. She was renowned for a defensive play. Really didn't make many errors, did she?
No, and I remember in the Olympic final her turning her ankle in the opening game, and it really did affect their performance. Losing out, of course, in Beijing Olympic final. Nice change of pace. Oh, well, that's a lovely shot. What a great rally. The more that I watch
10,
Chang
8.
and the way that she creates opportunities within the rally, the more I'm liking it.
Yeah, because in that rally, the Chinese really tried to keep her in the rear court, but showed great resilience from the rear court and eventually created the chance on the forecourt. It's very good doubles play.
Well, that's the longest of the match so far.
Out.
No service shorts. I remember last week in the
Service
women's
over.
doubles
9,
final, I
10.
think it was, I Said that I wouldn't mind betting that we'd have a rally over 100 shots. I was wrong again on that. We got to 99. That was the longest.
No, you can't claim it, Jung. Sorry. Still two figures.
Yep, you're right.
No, that's good again.
10
Didn't retreat.
all.
Kept a very high position in defence there. Was able to drive back through the net player. It's good play.
It's a good movement. It's going to go wide. What a rally. And it is the twin sisters from China who have the advantage at the mid-game interval. What an excellent start to this women's doubles final. Run of 3 straight points to have the advantage at the mid-game interval. Well, Chinese and Korean players all mixed together in the players' zone. That's nice to see.
Yeah, they're both teams out in force there.
11-10. Players. 11-10. Play.
Well, it's actually a run of 5 straight points from 8-10 down. And another long, long rally.
Ready to play.
It's a nice return, wasn't it? Well,
10.
Koreans seem to have gone a little bit negative. Ian, is that a fair comment?
It is, and that's the danger, I think, here. If it comes down to a battle of brawn, you've got to feel that the Chinese players have an advantage in the... They've got a little bit more firepower in their attack. So I think the Koreans have got to keep mixing it up. I can see that they would want to take the pace off occasionally, but not to go passive. They've got to keep moving forward, looking to take advantage. But when they get the attack, then change the pace a little bit, take a little bit of pace out. But if they just step back and defend against this Chinese pair, they're going to have problems.
Yeah. Good variation. There was a lovely drop shot earlier on. There was a slice shot. There was a smash across court, then the smash down the middle.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying just before that, Jill. They've got to use variety, but they've got to keep looking for the attack. And that was good play. Interesting. Chinese, when they're defending, they're really trying to isolate the rear court player, aren't they? Just trying to work the rear court player across the baseline. Try and keep it nice and solid. That's good patience again. They worked the opening really well there. A couple of drop shots early on, then one hold flick to the rear court, moving the Chinese around and creating the space. That's great. Makes a late in the rear court and hits into that centre channel. It's good tactical play from the Korean pair.
Oh, good flick serve. That is magnificent.
Yeah, another example. Smart thinking, keeping variety in the game, keeping the Chinese players guessing. Super serve.
Oh, that is a great precision smash straight down that line.
15-13.
Well, we've seen how well both pairs defend. So it just shows how exceptional this smash is. Look at that. It's got everything. Power, precision, angle.
Oh, it was a golden opportunity.
16-13.
Kyung will not be happy about that.
No, worked it well. The drop shot followed by the smash. The change of pace created the opportunity. And that's a real miss.
Oh, she tried it again. Missed again.
Service over.
But I do like the
14,
thought process
16.
there.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't even think about lifting, did she? She was immediately looking to counter-attack. That's good instinct.
Yeah. We saw those yesterday, didn't we, from Chang those little half-court
15,
pushes.
16.
Yeah, and that was almost a mix rally, wasn't it? I mean, showed all of her skills as a mixed player there, finding that space on the mid-court, just pushing it out of the reach of the net player. Great play.
The variation that you've been talking about, that's magnificent.
Yeah, and that's what they've got to do. They've got to keep mixing it up, not let the Chinese get into a defensive formation. That's lovely.
Yeah, and totally unexpected, because it would have come up to her partner's round the head position rather than on her forehand side. But back level, 16 all. Oh. And that's a miss by Ying.
17, 16.
No, she's never done it that time.
Service over. 17 all.
Yeah.
They're very aware, aren't they, that the
18,
Chinese pair, when they are
17.
defending, they're trying to isolate the rear court player. So the Koreans desperately trying to rotate out, and Jung's just trying to get out to give her partner some assistance, but it's too good a length.
Yeah.
She was too far committed to the front court.
So now the Chinese pair back into the lead.
Chang, you must be quicker.
Yeah, well, we could hear the umpire there telling Chang Ying must be quicker to get ready. Good umpiring.
Good pressure from the Chinese pair this time. Both of them moving up the court.
19, 17.
It's impressive. Look at this. Hit, move, both of them moving forward. Look where they both finish. Both in the front court positions. It's good aggressive play.
It's wide.
20.
Well, what a funny
Game point.
run
17.
of points we had. We've just had 4 straight points to Chang Ying and Kyung to go 17-16 in front, and now we've just had 4 straight points from the twin sisters
Ready
to get
play.
themselves to gain point opportunity. First game point well saved by the Koreans.
18, 20.
Oh, it's landed in. That's a good return of serve.
First
Good
game won by
disguise, a little bit of
Ying
top
and
spin
Jung.
on that.
21-18.
21-18 confirms the umpire. 26 minutes of play. Yep, clearly in. A little bit of frustration shown there from Kyung. The China coaches will be very happy because Ying and Yu the first game 21-18. Well, I said they'll be pretty happy. There's still some fairly intense talking going on there from the former world mixed doubles champion.
Yeah, well, it wasn't easy. I mean, this is not finished by a long way, so I'm not surprised that they're being very positive in the direction that they're giving their players. This is a close match.
They really are identical twin sisters, aren't they? They're very, very difficult to tell apart. I've got twin sisters, did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
It was very good of them to wear the knee band.
20
Yeah.
I have to say.
seconds.
Yeah,
I think
some-
I'd be struggling a
20
little bit
seconds.
as they're moving around and rotating around the court if it wasn't for that knee support.
yeah. There have been occasions when they've both been absolutely identical. One's got her hair loose at the back there, one hasn't, and you know, there have been occasions where they've been dressed absolutely identical. Even the colour of the
Second
headband,
game.
the hairband, has been exactly the same. But as you say,
Love
knee
all.
bandage helps us out.
Play.
Yeah. Well,
1.
good rush
Love.
forward from Luo.
Well, she was responding to Chang, wasn't Chang tried to come in and take control of the net. She responded really well, read the play well.
Play.
Big gap. Oh my goodness, how did she play that? Down at the back, got up. Oh, delightful change of pace coming forward once again. It's Luo Yu.
Love.
That's great control of the rally, I have to say. Great effort from the Koreans to stay in this point, but they were always struggling, always under pressure. Being driven back into the defensive position by the smashing, and then using the block into the space that's been created.
Play.
Yeah. Now that's what they were doing so well in the early stages of the opening game.
Yeah, it's good. It's the placement of the smash that sets this up. Good block. Yeah. One to the left and one to the right, breaks the defensive position. Good combination play.
Yeah, it always seems quite a big swing
Service
from
over.
the left-hander at the net when she's going for that
3-1.
round the head position. Technically, from a coach's perspective, would you try and do something a little bit differently with that?
Yeah, I think it depends on the position on the court
Chang.
where she is. I mean, I think they were caught
Chang.
out a little bit there. A partner actually hit the smash onto the defence of the Chinese player, which meant the shuttle came back a little bit quicker and a little bit flatter than she'd been anticipating. And I think that exaggerated how technically suspect the shot looked. And that's good pressure.
Yeah.
4.
Really good pressure
1.
from the Chinese pair there. Driving the shuttle, stepping forward, not letting the Korean net player into the rally.
I just sense that if the Koreans want to win this, they've got to keep it tight at the start of this second game. I think if the Chinese pair build up too much of a lead, the Koreans may lose a bit of heart. Good defence. Good rally. Oh, good defence. Yeah, the counter-attack from Ying. And I just want to expand on what I was saying then. I don't mean that the Koreans aren't tremendous fighters. They are tremendous fighters. But when you've not been in a partnership long, Ian, it sometimes does mean that you don't have that inner belief. You know, when things are difficult, when you're a game down, you've got to have inner belief. And simply because they're a new partnership, they can't have that yet.
I think I'd throw something else in, Jill. You mentioned at the beginning that the Chinese sisters, they've played 2 Super Series finals and lost them both. And I think they've taken great confidence from winning that tight first game, and they're starting to really flow, and that's the danger also for the Koreans at the moment. The Chinese players have certainly gained in confidence, and the drive defence is working really well for them at the moment.
Yeah. And I guess we've sort of felt for a while, Ian, that, you know, it's just a matter of time when this Chinese pair win their first Super Series title, not if they ever win a Super Series title. We've always felt it will be when. I mean, they reached the final of the very first Super Series event last year, the Korean, and then, of course, their second Super Series final last week. But they've always been there. You don't get to number 3 in the world unless you've always been there or thereabouts in the Super Series tournaments. That's the little half-court push again from the left-hander that does the damage.
Yeah, it's good tactics, taking the pace off there, because the Chinese, the last few points, have been thriving on any pace they've been given, giving them the chance to use that drive defence and step forward. Clever play from the Koreans, taking the pace off on the mid-court that time.
Yeah, that smash deflected by hitting the top of the tape.
7-2.
Yeah, this one here. Yeah, made it very difficult. You can't readjust. You start your defensive shot as you see the player hitting the smash. And if the shuttle is deflected, it's awfully difficult to readjust.
Again, this is good. A little bit of pace off on the smash here. Means the Chinese are hitting the shuttle in an upwards direction rather than being able to drive it flat, and that creates the opportunity for the front court player.
Good judgment.
Yeah, and good rally again. A little bit of pace off,
4,
forcing the Chinese to lift.
Oh, there's the hesitation. So typical with a new partnership. Who goes for the one down the middle? Hesitation again. But that was well taken by Jung.
Yeah, good recovery. As you say, there was some hesitation in the middle of that rally, but we covered the situation really well. That's a well-placed smash just across the defence. She was anticipating centre attack, just to get across the body. That forced the error.
Oh, look at that defence. My goodness. Brilliant.
Service over.
How on earth did she find that
8,
angle?
5.
Wonderful vision.
That's great, and again the key is that she's stepping into it, Jill. I mean, she's played the drop from the rear court and not stayed in the rear court. She's taken that step forward, and that gives her the opportunity to be aggressive.
Now this must be nearer the longest rally, surely. 55 shots in the opening game. Oh, nice drop. Brilliant. That's got to be the longest rally. Fantastic. Yeah. Well, they tried and tried and tried to break down the defence of the Chinese pair.
9-5.
They got the net player involved, they changed the angle and pace as you were suggesting they needed to do, but even so, they still couldn't break it down. Yeah, it was a tired-looking shot at the end, wasn't it? Oh, the lift was only half court. Wow, my goodness me.
Thank you.
No wonder they all need a quick tell down. 103 shots. Well,
Players.
I should have had my bet this week, shouldn't I?
Too late.
What a rally. Former world and Olympic champion there. Young.
It'll be interesting now. I always think the next point's so important after a rally like that. Is it going to be a quick point?
Ready to play.
Yeah, indeed it is.
Yeah, that's really good play from the Chinese pair, I have to say again. Really aggressive in their approach from the mid-court. Look at this, both of them stepping up again. Both of them have got their foot in the forecourt there. That's really good aggression.